Cheers and welcome to Bitter Reality Brewing. Yes, iGulu has their own hard cider. So if you don't want to just buy your own cider, add yeast, do all those things, try to figure out your fermentation, you could just buy a kit, make it super easy. It's already been formulated just to produce a gallon of hard cider at 5 to 5.5% ABV. Your mileage may vary, that's a fermentation thing. And we're talking golden yellow for the visual. Smell, a fruity green apple aroma. Taste, crisp and refreshing apple cider with a satisfying sweetness. So it sounds like it's got a little bit of back sweetener. It does. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. There's not much in here. It's literally this, which is your apple cider, brewing ingredients. And on the back, you're gonna find your RFID. And underneath the RFID, if I can peel it off, is your yeast packet. I don't want to damage the RFID, but man, somebody went crazy with the contact cement. There we go. That's the yeast packet. So what do you need to do? How hard is this? It's not hard at all. So we have the apple cider here. We're gonna get the packet out of our way. We have our iGulu keg, 1 gallon, and on it, you'll see it says 116 ounces, okay? So just take some spring water. This happens to be RO. My wife went and bought it and bought the wrong stuff, but hey, I appreciate her. Appreciate she tried, it's all good. And I'm gonna fill it to 116 ounces. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna fill it about halfway and you're gonna be going, why? It's all good. There we go. Okay, we're gonna take this bad boy and I do not have an easy tear on it. So let's go ahead. I know you may or may not have this, your mileage may vary. This is a type of star sand. It's a sanitizer. Nothing major, nothing exotic. Just helps to clean things off. That way, if there's any dust, floating bacteria, or anything like that that's gotten on it, we're good. It will take care of killing the majority of it. Kind of like, I wouldn't use it, kind of like Lysol, 99. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour this and we'll stick this up here in front where you can kind of see it. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's a very thick apple juice, basically. And now you get to see why I held back a little bit. Peel this open. There we go. And if you can hold it. Probably the vast majority. It looks like we got a tiny bit more in there. Was that your OCD may vary? Okay, that's good enough. Okay, now the key is after you put that in there, because this should have brought you up close to the full gallon, you're gonna wanna bring that up to a gallon if you didn't already. So 116 ounces plus that, or use the water to get you there. And you don't have to measure it out before you pour it in because it's already marked on the keg. There we go. So we're sitting right at a gallon. And I don't know where I put the lid, there it is. Take my yeast, shake it to make sure it's away from the area that I'm gonna cut open. I take the yeast and I sprinkle it. You don't have to shake this. If you got everything mixed into the water, it should have mixed pretty well. It wasn't that thick. It wasn't a dry extract or anything like that, so not a big deal. That's it, just kind of sitting on there. Okay, it's falling inside. We're gonna put our lid on, which is already clean, which I almost forgot. Make sure your straw, AKA dip tube, is already installed, tightly push down, take a little clamp, seal it, that's it. Take this, open it up. If you have an empty keg in there because you were doing something else, get it out of your way. Put it in here. Don't have to put the liquid on, but I do recommend putting the CO2. That way it can monitor the pressure. That way if you have an older keg, you can see if the pressure gets a little on the high side. I want to show you this. I'm going to hit the RFID. There it goes. It's asking if I want to do a cider. I'm going to say yes. It's going to show you the fermentation schedule. It says 8 days at 68 degrees, 1 day at 37, 3 days at 37. It's all good. So it's 4 days. There we go. 12 days total. Technically, after the first day of cold crashing, it'll be ready for us to drink. It's just kind of recommending a little bit of conditioning, shall we say. But that's it. And whenever I post these videos about these, I usually have the taste testings within 24 to 48 hours of these videos. So don't forget, like, subscribe, and if you haven't bought an iGulu and you're considering it, check out down below. I'll leave a link for you. Cheers.